everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica or Ricky Mickey Plans, and I'm here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, so we keep planning. This is the week of January 20th through the 26th. It is the week of my husband's birthday, and so that's how I will be decorating today. Get rid of this beginning of a to-do list for work. Whew, that post-it was stuck on there. Good. Did you see that? All right, since it is my husband's birthday, I am going to decorate my planner in homage to him with one of his very favorite things in the world, which currently, he's a man of many interests, so it changes. But currently, he's into Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this may not be the aesthetic for all of you who watch planner spreads. This is not the most soft, sweet, girly kind of spread. But I think that what I'm going to do here with these dragons, you could translate to other things. You could do this. I mean, seriously, anything: cats, dogs, gophers, groundhogs, birds, whatever. So I'm going to do it with this, and the aesthetic may not fit, but I think the inspiration, the ideas, the how to do it can still work for you. I did print these stickers off myself. I just went on Google for some free images. Um, Blue, red, and yellow dragons are typical dragons in D&D land. This one is typical. I don't think it's really a dragon, but his favorite colors are blue and purple. I didn't want to do all blue and purple because, frankly, last week I did bluish and purple. The week before I did bluish. And so I wanted to get some different colors in. So I pulled in the yellow and red. But that, I digress. That's not the important part. Also, I tested out some dot markers to see what matched. And I tested out some highlighters to see what matched. So that's all the stuff I did like as pre-planning before I came to see you on here. So now let's get going. So I will take my pages off the discs, which is a wonderful thing about Happy Planner that you can do. So you can work with them nice and flat to make your pretty spreads all decorated. I'm just realizing that that didn't punch through all the way last week. Or maybe that's why my pages have been having a hard time turning. Let's clip it now. Ta-da! All right, so I'm going to start with the dragons and the loot pile just because I have them. Let's see, I have two that are flying and two that are standing. And so I was kind of, that's what I was going to do with them, is make them fly and stand. So let's take Mr. Not sure if he's a real dragon or not. Yeah, in D&D, there are like different colored dragons, and they each have different, I don't know, personalities or powers or something. I do play D&D with my husband and some friends. This sticker did not cut well, sorry. But I am probably the least knowledgeable of all of us in the group. So I'm not going to pretend to know everything in this video here. But I do know they have kind of different personalities and different powers or something like that. So I'm not even sure this guy's real. He might be what they call a chromatic dragon, for those of you who want to learn. But this guy's real. Um, but seriously, even if dragons and D&D is not your style, not your aesthetic, not your thing, I one of my most commented on spreads ever was one that I did on Groundhog's Day week one year. And I just printed off a bunch of groundhogs and put them on my page. That's the same idea as this. So you just get your image, whatever it's going to be, and you just go to town with it. So ignore the aesthetic here, ignore the subject matter, and just get ideas for what you would like to do. This could be winter, this could be polar bears, it could be, foxes, it doesn't even have to be animals, it'd be igloos and things. So, I'm just trying to show you ways to individualize your planner. So now I'll take Mr. Yellow Gold Dragon. Do I want to do that? I think I want to go under January and have him peek into Monday. And I'm going to see how much I want to curve him. think I'll do like that because I think I can still write plenty in this top Monday box with him peeking over like that. And now this guy's in the weirdest, most contorted form position. So he may cover up the word Sunday, but I'll be okay with that. I didn't want him to cover the date because that is my husband's birthday, but he may end up covering the date. I may have to pull him up like this because I kind of wanted him looking like down and not out because that makes his head like almost upside down. You know what I mean? So I think he is going to have to cover. I'm just going to have to remember that. Like, it's not that hard, right? Here's the 25th. Obviously, this is the 26th. So I'm just going to cover it up. I don't ever do that. This is me going out of my comfort zone, covering up a number, going out of my comfort zone. All right. And if you don't know, in the world of dragons, dragons really like treasure. And so I found another free image of loot. Lots of treasure. I also added, you will see, and this will test to see if my husband really watches my videos. I added to the top of the treasure this ring right here, and this ring is called the Ring of Winter. And in one of our games, he both lost or gained and lost the Ring of Winter. And it's kind of this ongoing joke with our group about him just losing his mind about the Ring of Winter. So I had to put the Ring of Winter in the pile of loot. And now if my husband mentions it, I'll know he watched my video. And if he doesn't, I'll know he didn't. Not that he has homework to watch my videos. He does not. He does not. But yeah, that's the basic what I had thought of ahead of time. So everything else now is happening in real time. We'll see what happens because this is the part I pre-planned. Since I have my sticker sheet out, I did go ahead and make a sticker large enough for steps. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Can I get it on straight? Probably not. Okay. And then I will put a label box. Stickers did not cut well today. My cutting machine has been working well lately. If you have watched my channel for a while, you know I have this ongoing battle with my cutting machine, but she's been working well lately, but today she didn't cut through everything. And then I did make this box to match for the hubby's birthday. And I think I want him to kind of peek over this box a bit. I think that would be cute. So lift up that tail a little bit more and get this under here. Yeah, that'll do. All right. And then I just, because I hate my handwriting, although it might have been better since my cutting machine didn't cut all the way through, um, made a little happy birthday thing. And then I will write his name and maybe the year. Maybe not. He's not ashamed of his years. He's very smart and says, you know what? What does he say? It's a high scoring game. Yeah. The more birthdays you get, you're gonna the more winning you are. So he is not ashamed. And then I made some balloons to kind of match as well. And I think I'll draw some strings coming out of those. So just a little string here, a little string here, and that one would have a string probably. Yeah, that one's string so short you can't see it, so I'm not gonna draw another one. There you go. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So that's everything that I printed out. And so now let's see what else we've got. The other thing I do to pre-plan is, as you can see, I have Post-its for some of my reoccurring events. And I also have a fancy schmancy Ziploc bag full of icon stickers. So between these and these, my typical responsibilities for the week are already thought out. I don't even have to, think about them. So for instance, this is trash and shot night. I've got my trash stickers right here. I'll go ahead and use the one that I've started emptying though. And shot night is because a member of our family has to take a shot once a week for maintenance medication. And so we just do it on the same night as trash night. But like I said, between the Post-it and these icons, I've now got it in my planner and I didn't even have to really think about it. And then the glory of the Post-its, the glory of the icons is I can just put them back in the bag for next week. And the glory of the Post-its is I can just move them to next week. And all my thinking is finished. I do have icons that are not on Post-its, that are just icons for my daughter's work schedule. She works at the local PBS station, so I did TVs, but I don't know her work schedule yet, so I'm not going to put that in yet. So that'll get added. Maybe you'll see it at the thumbnail at the end. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I do have icon stickers, not Post-its, but icon stickers for a community soccer league my son plays in. So I will put that here so I can put that in so I know that not to expect him for dinner that night. I do have D&D stickers. If you've watched me and I've talked about game night and I've not been specific, this is the Dungeons and Dragons logo. And then these are a bunch of 20-sided dice, which are a typical size used in D&D. I think I'm actually getting, I usually use these as icons, and I think this week I'm going to use them more as decorations. So I'm going to keep these out. And I am going to use these for game nights. I'm almost positive he will have a game night on Thursday. Like I said, this is his current passion, right? He and his brother and some college friends and his nephew, they play together online because they're all from all over the country, which is awesome. I love that they get to do that. So that's what this online D&D is. And then this game night is also Dungeons and Dragons or some sort of, we also do other games too, but that is us and some other teacher friends of ours and their partners. And so I'm hoping we will meet this week because I know it would make my husband very happy to play the week of his birthday. And then these two Post-its I can move to next week in my planner that I just moved off to the side. I moved this guy down out of the way, so that's for church. I neither have an icon. I don't have an icon for that one, but let's come back to it. Another icon I have is for pets, like if we have vet appointments or flea treatments, but there are none of those this week. I use music notes for concerts. My husband and I are both music teachers and musicians, so we use a lot of these, but there are none this week. My son, he's a jet setter, but he's not jet setting this week, so I don't need any airplanes. No surprisingly crazy early mornings for alarm clocks this week, and I will come back to these stickers in a bit. I'm going to keep these out and nearby because, like I said, I'm probably going to use them for decoration. And I also have, because yes, it's my husband's thing and my thing, I have D&D washi tape of the dice that matches. So I will pull these back out at the end to fill in some cute spaces that need it. So let's finish off the events we know about, which are some Post-its here. I used to use colorful boxes a lot. In fact, a lot of people, if you watch other planner channels, that's kind of our bread and butter is boxes. And I used to use them for all of my big appointments and events. But frankly, I got sick of searching through books to find colorful boxes that matched. And I was running out of just plain black boxes. And I know I can make more. If I can make dragons, I can make boxes. Obviously, I made that one. But I just got tired of it. So I have moved to highlighters. It, I don't know, it adds more color to the page. It's easier. It's easier. It's just easier. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do some highlighting here for our choir practice. I'm going to give myself 2 lines of text for choir practice. And then I'll move my Post-it to next week because we will have choir next week as well. And I will do the same here on Sunday for church. And I just have these 2 colors because they both match. I can use either one. It really doesn't matter. But since I have a big blue dragon here, I'm going to use the purple one just to give myself some variation of color. So this will say church, and this will be for whatever else we have to do for church. My husband works at church, so there's oftentimes a meeting or a lunch or the pastor's out of town or, something I'll need to write there. And then I can take this post-it and move him to next week over there. And there you go. So, what else do I have this week? Monday is Martin Luther King Day. My school does not take off for Martin Luther King Day. I have to admit, and maybe it's unprofessional of me to complain about my place of employment, but I'm a lot rather ashamed that we don't acknowledge it and take off for it. It bothers me, but I am going to acknowledge it in my planner. So it bothers me that we don't. I feel like we should. I don't know. I kind of thought you had to, but obviously you don't, or we would. So I am going to put this in here for Martin Luther King Day. Just gonna mark it. Um, Probably only needs one line of text. I mean, MLK Day doesn't take up much space, but I want it to have more emphasis than one line of text. How do I give it more emphasis? I'm not sure yet. But I want Martin Luther King Day to have more emphasis than that little line. See, this is where boxes are nice. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe some washi under it would do it. So I'm gonna pull out some of this washi here. And how can I want to do this? I think I'm gonna tear the top edge because I like that softer look as opposed to just this rectangle of tape here. And I'll just go like this. I don't know, now that seems too high, but that's okay. That's all right. Got myself a new X-Acto knife. I don't love this X-Acto knife, but it's sharp. I miss my cute little dainty red one. My son and I were building a robot together, and it was like a model kind of a thing, and you had to cut a bunch of plastic, and it broke my other X-Acto knife. So that's where that one went. So I'm going to pull this in somewhere else so it's not a lone star right there. That will be somewhere else. I am going to go ahead and highlight some text spots for these. So this is for my husband's online game night. This is for our hopefully in-person game night. We don't always get to play because, people's schedules don't always get to come together so cleanly, but we're going to try. See, that's purple, so I'm going to use blue for my son's soccer. Okay. Also, my daughter has an appointment on Thursday evenings that I want to put in here, so that will get highlighted here. I should make a post-it for that because it is reoccurring. I always almost forget it. And I think that's all I've got. It's a pretty low-key week. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to put in. Like there's not much going on this week. There will be more. More will come up. This will get filled up. With taking the car to the shop and picking up groceries and whatever. Like it'll get filled up. But for now, this is what I've got. The other thing I need to do is I need to make my to-do lists. This is something I like to do. Not everybody does it. But I want some boxes. See, I say I don't want boxes, but here I wanted boxes, and now I want boxes. I'll talk about this in a second. I gotta find some boxes. Okay, I'm still sticking by that I hate looking for boxes. However, if I'm going with a basically blue spread, the Indigo book is a good place to go. I actually don't love this book. I tore most of the pages out because I hated looking at the stickers, but they have these, I guess, copper metallic stickers. And I think I'm going to use them because they kind of, even though this is supposed to be gold down here, it's kind of printed out sort of copperish. So I'm going to cover this and I'm going to bring attention to it by making it a metallic sticker. And then I might even change this one out, the one that I made. Because if I've got one metallic, I might as well have two, right? I mean, come on. So I'm going to make this label sticker gold metallic or copper metallic or whatever. I don't know what metal this is, but let me come back to the to-do list I was talking about. So I like to keep my to-do lists separate from my activities and appointments. And some people do that by having a whole separate planner, like they have one for activities, appointments, and one for to-do lists. I also like to keep all my stuff in one place. I don't want to have to keep track of that much stuff. So my answer to that problem is to use smaller pages that will live within the spread. And so I'll have boxes here, one of our boxes on these lists here. One will get labeled to-do list at work, and one will be labeled to-do list at home. And so these live within my planner. They're awesome for me. I can take them out. I could leave the at home one at home on the kitchen table. I could leave the at work one at work on my desk, or I can bring them with me, which is what I generally do because let's be honest, teachers work from home a lot. I don't do my home stuff at work, but I do my work stuff at home. So I usually keep them in, but I could take them out. Um, if we were doing something particular at night one night and I was like, I do not want to work at home, I could just leave this piece on my desk at school and never have to think about it at home. So I kind of love this system. I do like to kind of decorate it a little bit, but I didn't print out any extra dragon stickers. So I'm just going to use some washi here at the bottom. And I think I'm just gonna make a strip. I'm gonna make this real easy. I'm not gonna do any fancy tearing or anything. Just gonna do a strip of washi here at the bottom of each of them and cut it down. And that'll be just enough decoration to blend it to the spread, make it, just make it part of everything, right? And then these will get cut. And I will, of course, have to punch out the mushroom hole there where I covered it, but I will have to do that there too, so that's no big deal. And that is how I deal with to-do lists. You could have as many of these as you want. You could have a third one for errands. You could have, some people, not me, but some people have like a social media list of to-dos and things like that. I don't have that much to do, so I don't need that, but some people do. And so that is how I do that. And then that is where dot markers come into play. I will use dot markers to, like, how you on a to-do list you do like check off boxes. I just use dots. So let's see. I'm just going to start this out. I know I'll have plenty to do this week, at least 3. But these Zig clean color dot markers are awesome for that. There are other brands too. These are just the ones I have. Just for fun, since I can do more than one color, I will. I'll start my work to-do list out here. And these will get as filled up as they need to get during the week. Sometimes home is more filled, sometimes work is more filled, sometimes, how to-do lists work. And so now that leaves some plain old fun decorating to go. I do like to have a quote or two in my planner. So from the Cosmic Watercolor book, when I was looking for these boxes, I realized they had these kind of magic-y, dreamy kind of stickers. And so I thought I might use one or two of these as, like an inspirational quote. Oh, they also have stars. That's cute. I might add those. I might not, but I might. Let's do this big old believe in yourself. And these are not going to be large standout quotes. They're kind of subdued, but I sort of like them. I'm going to need more. I want to put them here. I think you'd look good here aesthetically. Make sure I'm on camera. But I will need more room than that to write on Sunday. So he can't go there. I kind of want to pair him with a dragon just because. So I could put him up here. And that should leave me plenty of room to write. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pair him with this blue dragon and just say, believe in yourself. I think that's all right. Now, do I want another one? If I do one more, I probably need 2 more. Because, design, design looks good in groups of 3. Let's do this. Believe in yourself. Let's do this little bitty, do what you love. And this little bitty, even the stars admire you. They're very tiny. They won't take up a lot of space, but they can still inspire me a little bit this week. What if I put this one in here? Because I'm not going to really squeeze anything right there. Let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. And then this last one, do what you love. I'm going to try to squeeze them in right here. Just burnish it there so that it doesn't make that sticker look funny. Yeah, I like it. It's understated, but still touches of inspiration when I need them this week. Okay. And then I have some washi and I have some the dies to use. So let's splash a little bit more washi around the page. This again is just for fun. This is not necessary. But let's be honest, and I've said this before, all of this is just for fun. You don't have to do any of this in your planner. You can just get a planner and write your plans down and be done with it. This is for people who, well, for me anyway, everybody has different reasons for doing it, but for me, I need a creative outlet that is for me and not for my job. And this works for me. This is my creative outlet. So that is why I do this. I wonder why you do this. Why do you do decorative planning? For me, like I said, I need a creative outlet. I I I love scrapbooking, but I haven't done it in a long time, mostly because I'm intimidated by the fact that I'm super far behind. So that would be my other creative outlet when I when I can get the nerve up to do it again. Like I said, I'm really intimidated by how I'm like, I'm probably 10 years behind. I used to keep up so great with scrapbooking, and then my kids hit high school and I couldn't keep up. I just shut down sort of. So this has kind of become what scrapbooking was to me, but everybody has different creative outlets, right? So let's use 3 different dice. Let's do the blue, the purple, and then maybe the warm purple too. Let's do this warm purple. So the cool purple and the warm purple. So I'm gonna put these somewhere. Where shall I put them? Should I have them just kind of rolling across the page, like he just rolled that way and let's see. Let's just put one there. I'm just kind of spreading these out, spreading the love. And then let's put one down here by this dragon because I can. All right. That, my friends, is my spread. Besides my daughter's work and besides the other things that will come up this week that I don't yet know about because that's how life is, this is my spread. So thank you so much for watching. If you found some inspiration, even if you didn't go for the aesthetic, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more of my videos, give me a subscribe. It'll make it easier for you to catch my videos when they come out and to keep my videos in your sort of YouTube feed, if you will. And frankly, it helps me out. Gives me a boost of confidence. So I would love the like and the subscribe if you would be so inclined. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.